Hi, I'm Michelle Begue with a look at what's happening in Latin America now. But first, our news trivia. Which country in Latin America is closing its state zoos because of a wildlife protection law? We'll have the answer later. The Dominican Republic will elect its new leader this weekend. Current President Luis Abinader is running for re-election. According to local polls, he is very likely to win, as he's considered one of the region's most popular leaders. His approval rating is at roughly 70%. Two other candidates are running against him, former President Leonel Fernández and Mayor Abel Martinez. Abinader would need 50% of the vote to win on the first round. Ongoing floods in Brazil. Water levels in the state of Rio Grande do Sul are on the rise again due to more heavy rains. More than 500,000 people have been displaced from their homes. So far, 147 people have been reported dead from the flooding. In the face of this crisis, citizens have taken action to provide temporary shelter for rescued animals. Many pets and farm animals have endured days trapped in floodwaters without food. Thankfully, a local shopping center has generously donated space to facilitate their care and treatment. Now let's go to my colleague Joel Richards in Argentina, who has a special report.
A new bill is in circulation in Argentina. Why is this important? Well, the brand new 10,000 peso bill is the largest denomination available, but it's only worth around $11. Up until now, the largest denomination bill has been worth just over $2. Many people in Argentina still prefer to use cash, but with one of the highest inflation rates in the world, the bills in circulation have lost value and buy fewer goods. People are using bags to take enough money to pay for bigger purchases. April's figures left Argentina's annual inflation running at 289%. President Javier Milei has made combating inflation the #1 priority of his government. The monthly inflation rate is gradually slowing, but according to the government, it will take many months to bring down the inflation rate. The new 10,000 peso bill depicts national hero Manuel Belgrano, the creator of the Argentina flag, alongside independence hero Maria Remedios del Valle. As a side note, the bills were printed in China. While the new bill will make life easier for Argentines, the central bank is already preparing to issue a 20,000 peso bill later this year.
Check out this rare Baroque opera currently on stage in the Bolivian town of San Javier. What makes it so interesting is that the opera was written by an indigenous man and hidden for centuries in an old church in the Bolivian Amazon. Now it's being performed on stage to be shared with a large audience. The performance is presented using the original language it was written in. The language is known as Bezero, which is now an endangered dialect. Now let's see what stories we're following for next week. We're following Haiti's attempt to transition peacefully toward a new government. The Haitian Presidential Transitional Council announced a call for the appointment of a new prime minister. This process is the first step toward paving the way for a peaceful election on February 7, 2026. Meanwhile, the Toussaint-Louverture International Airport has been gradually resuming commercial flights as officials say they continue to ensure security. And now the answer to our news trivia. The answer is C. In Costa Rica, police, veterinarians, and environmental ministry officials are transferring nearly all the animals from 2 state zoos to a refuge. The zoos are closing because of a wildlife protection law that promotes zero tolerance for animals in captivity. It only supports sanctuaries and relief centers. The 2 state zoos in Costa Rica should have been closed in 2014 with the approval of the law, but judicial appeals delayed the closure for a decade. And that's it for this week. We'll see you again soon on Latin America Now.